welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look that I have on my eyes right now. It is a sunset smoky eye, and this is kind of what it looks like up close. So I actually did a poll on my Twitter, and I wanted to see if you guys wanted to see me do a sunset smoky eye tutorial or a halo glitter eye tutorial, and I got more votes on the sunset smoky eye, so here it is. So if you guys would like to know how to get this look, keep on watching. Okay, hey guys, so as you can see, I have already have my eyebrows on and everything. I look kind of crazy, but it won't look crazy when I'm finished. But I have primed my face, I primed my eyes, and I put concealer on them and set them with powder, and did my eyebrows, obviously, so I'm going to just get into this. So I'm going to go in with a little fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to use this little palette. It's like, I have no idea where I got it or anything, but since I'm going to be doing this sunset smoky eye, I'm going to start with the orangish shade right here, and I'm going to actually take a lot of product because it's not too pigmented, but it's not like bad. I don't know, it's pretty, it's good. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it right above my crease and in the outer eye, right here, in the outer corner of my eye. It's more pigmented than I thought. And I'm just going to put it all the way. I'm going to start on the outer corner above the crease and slightly go into the crease right there. And then I'm just going to kind of smoke it out. Just blend it out as much as I possibly can. And then I'm going to take a clean brush. This is the one of the brushes that I got in my Ipsy bag a long time ago. I don't have the name because it scratched off a while ago. It has two sides. It has a smudging side and a blending side on the end. So I'm going to use the blending side. It has no product on it. And so I'm just going to use that to smooth out the edges a little bit of this orange that we just put on there. And the blending's, honestly, it's going almost all the way up to the brow. It's like barely, like almost touching it basically. And that's where you want it because this is going to be smoky. And I wanted this to be pretty dramatic. So I'm going to take a little bit more orange on this same brush that I had. And I'm just going to keep blending it in exactly the same spot that I put it before. And again, I'm just going to keep blending it out. And again, I'm going to take that same Ipsy brush, the fluffy one, and just blend out the edges on that again. Okay, and then I'm going to take that same little kind of palette right here, and I'm going to knock off the excess powder that I had of the orange, and I'm going to take the red shade right here, and I'm kind of going to mix it with the orange shade that I used before and dust it off a little bit. And then I'm only going to put this in the outer corner and inside of the crease rather than above the crease, just to give it a little bit of definition because I do want this to look just like a sunset. Just going to work it into the crease right here. And then this time I'm going to go in with the red shade and not the orange, and just put it in the same spot that I just did. So in the crease and the outer corner, and I'm just going to keep blending it in until I'm satisfied. I'm going to take that fluffy brush again, blend it, because blending is always key. Even if you think it's going to turn out like crap, just keep blending and it'll eventually work out. And so I'm going to take a little bit more of that red on my brush and then work it into the crease and outer corner again. Just like that, and blend it out one more time. There's going to be a lot of blending throughout this video because it is a smoky eye and I want it to look like a sunset and I want it to be seamless the whole way through. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Au Natural palette by, I think it's by Wet n Wild, and I got this one a really long time ago. I think I used it in my Sparkly Glam video. This is like one of my go-to palettes. I use this one all the time. It looks like this on the inside. As you can see, I've hit pan on 3 colors. I use this one quite a bit, and I'm going to take the same brush, knock off the powder, that I was using for the orange and the red, and I'm going to dip into this dark reddish maroon color right here, and this one is very pigmented, so I'm going to be very light-handed with it, knock off the excess, and then I'm going to put this one only in the outer corner and a little bit into the crease. And I'm taking it from the outer corner and I'm kind of bringing it in down to my lash line just so I can blend it out a little bit more seamlessly because I want it to go from dark into a lighter orange shade. And I'm just gonna blend and blend and blend. And I'm gonna take this Ipsy brush again and blend again. I'll get closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm going to go in again with the same palette from this one, the reddish shade. I'm going to go a little bit lighter handed than I went before. And I'm going to put it in the outer corner. And I'm going to take the Ipsy brush again and blend again. Okay, and this is what you should have so far. So I'm like trying to cover my other eye. This is what you should have so far. And I haven't done anything to the crease yet. And I'm going to actually add a little bit of shimmer there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Naked 3 palette. And I'm going to take the shade, I think it's Dust. I like wiped off the name and I can't even see anymore because I use this one a lot. I'm going to take this shade Dust right here. It's kind of a pink shimmery foilish color, and I'm going to take it on my ring finger and I'm going to put that right on top of my lid. Okay, and now I'm going to take that Ipsy brush again and I'm going to very lightly blend it into the crease so everything looks seamless. Okay, like that. Okay, and I'm going to go do the other eye off camera and I will be back. Okay, so I have done both of my eyes and now I am going to do the, I'm going to highlight my brow bone and the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm going to put my foundation on and everything, and then I'll start to do the bottom lash line. Okay, so what I'm going to use to highlight my brow bone in the inner corner of my eye is the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2 palette, and I've used this one before on my channel too. And I'm going to use the first shade right here. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in real life it is a very shimmery, like shell color, I guess. And so I'm going to take a little tiny fan brush, and I'm just going to take some of this shade right here. And I'm going to put it right on my brow bone. It's going to add a nice highlight to it. I'll get closer so you can see. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, and I'm going to use the other side of my Ipsy brush, the smudging part, and I'm going to use that same shade and just highlight the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, and then now I'm going to start on my foundation. And so what I'm going to use for my foundation today is I'm going to use what I always use. I'm going to use a mixture of the Fit Me Matte Foundation by Maybelline in the shade Porcelain. And I'm just going to take that on my finger. I'm going to put it under my eyes. And on my nose, and like on my upper lip, I guess. My chin, everywhere basically, because it's foundation, and I'm going to put it everywhere. And I actually kind of hate doing my eyebrows before I do my foundation. I don't usually do that if I'm not doing like dramatic makeup. If I'm going to do like my normal makeup where I just do like foundation, contour, eyebrows, and mascara, and that's it. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis if I'm just going to go anywhere. I usually don't like doing my eyebrows first because I feel like I'm going to like put foundation over it and I'm going to mess them up. But the second foundation I'm going to go in with to make it a darker color is I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild foundation, Photo Focus foundation in Golden Beige. Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze, but I'm not going to. And so I'm going to take this one. I'm going to be a little bit more light-handed with this one and put it all over my face. I need to actually see what I'm doing because I don't want to be too dark. So I'm just going to put it on top of the foundation that I already have on there, on top of the Maybelline one. And I love this combination together. The foundations work really well together, and they have really good color payoff. They're both flashback free and everything like that, and they just give me a really nice color when I'm done using them together. And I can't talk, but I could probably use these in, or I could probably use the Wet n Wild one more in the summer by itself, actually, because I do get tanner in the summer, but it's been raining here a lot, so I'm not tan yet at all. And so I'm just going to take a beauty blender and blend that into my face. And I'm going to be careful not to mess up the shape of the eyeshadow that I have going on right here. Because I don't want it to be like a straight line, because I do want it to look like a sunset, and I mean, I guess like you could use it as like the horizon, but no, I don't want to. So I'm just going to leave it how it is and just work my foundation around it. And then also put it on the ears and down the neck. Okay, so I have my foundation on, and for my concealer, I'm going to use what I always use, which is my Stay Matte, and it's actually a liquid mousse foundation, but I use it as concealer because it is very thick and very brightening, and so I'm going to use it as my concealer. It works nice for me, and I'm going to mix it with my Fit Me Matte Porcelain because it is so thick, so I need to make it a little bit more liquidy so it doesn't look patchy when I put it on. I'm just going to mix those together and put them in the areas that I would like to conceal and highlight. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to go in with a smaller beauty sponge, and I'm going to blend that in. I'm sorry if you can like hear the TV in the back too, because I'm watching TV because like I just dropped Andrew off and I feel lonely if I don't have the TV on, so I have to put it on. So sorry if you can hear it in the background. I don't even know what I'm watching. I just like to have the sound with me. And again, with the concealer, I'm going to be careful not to disrupt the shape of the eyeshadow that I put on. Okay, and so now that I look like a freaking ghost, I'm going to actually set everything with my powder. And I'm going to use a sponge. This is just a Real Technique sponge, and I hate this sponge, so I just use it for powder. But yeah, I'm going to take this sponge, and I'm going to take my Ben Nye powder. It's just a colorless setting powder, and I love this one because it is flashback free and it's really nice. It goes on my skin well, it wipes off well, it doesn't make me look chalky or anything. So I'm going to just take it on the sponge right here and put it right under my eyes. My chin, on my nose. I also like to put powder right where the crease of my nose is on both sides because I do get oily right there throughout the day, so I just like to put it right there to kind of set it more so it doesn't like, I know it's supposed to crease because it's a crease, but it just looks like if I turn it to the side when after I get oily throughout the day, you could like really tell right there. So I like to put powder right there to kind of cover it up. And then I'm going to take this fluffy brush. It's from one of the e.l.f. collections. It's just a black brush. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to move the powder around like on my face so I can kind of set my face with it. My hair is like getting all over me too. And my huge bun today, I don't even know what it's doing. It has like a mind of its own, I don't know. But whatever. This hair won't come off my face and I don't want to like dent my foundation. Okay, so now that I have my face set, I'm going to contour my face, and I'm going to be using a Real Techniques Dual Fiber Contour Brush. It looks like this. And I'm going to be taking my Pro Contour palette, and this is just a dupe of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's been used a lot. But I'm going to take the last shade. They don't have names. They're all brown or highlight, so I'm going to take this one right here. And these are really pigmented as well. So I'm just going to knock it off on the palette. And again, I'm going to start from the base of my ear and just go down with it. And just carve out my cheekbones. Just gonna blend that out a little bit. I don't know what the deal is with lately. My face has not been wanting to take like pigment or like any type of product on my face. Like you could see how patchy it is right now. I'll be able to fix it once I blend and like bake a little bit, but for now it looks like absolute trash. So I'm sorry about that, but my face just lately, it just goes through these periods. I don't know if it gets extra dry or extra oily or what it is, but it just sometimes it just does not want to take pigment, and if it does take the pigment, it takes it right onto my dark spots. Like you could see, you didn't even see that dark spot until I just put contour on. It just like collected all of it, and it's just, I don't know why my skin does that. I take very good care of my skin, but it just doesn't love me back, I guess. So yeah. And then I'm also going to take whatever's left on my brush, and I'm just going to put it on my nose a little bit, just so my nose doesn't blend into the rest of my face, because I don't like that. I don't contour my nose because I don't need it, so I just kind of do it a little bit on the sides and on the tip, just so it doesn't fade into the rest of my face. Okay, so now that I have contoured, I'm just going to take this fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to like smooth everything out, just blend it out a little bit. Because this side takes contour fine, this side not so much. You could see how patchy it is and it just looks like crap. So hopefully I can fix it by blending it and baking a little bit. And I don't like too harsh of a contour on my cheeks anyway because my jawline is so pronounced, I guess. I don't know. So, okay. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge again and also the Ben Nye powder again and just bake my contour with this. I start right at the base of my ear and just drag down like so. Okay, and I'm also going to do my nose one more time because I did put contour on there and I don't want it to look all haphazard, like contour all over my face. And then my forehead again just because I like to brighten that area. Okay. And while I am baking, I am actually going to start on my highlight. So I'm actually going to take this palette again. So I'm going to use the color that I used on the inner corners of my eye. And I'm going to put like a base highlighter down because this one is really pink when I put it on my my cheeks. But I'm going to do that anyway just so I can put it as a base so my next highlighter could really stay on there. I'm just going to put this one on my cheeks a little bit. It does look very pink on me when I put it on my cheeks. And I'm also going to highlight my nose with it because, you know, I love a good nose highlight. And my Cupid's bow. I don't know why I always try to make my lips like look bigger whenever I'm doing makeup. I'm always like, my lips aren't that big, but they're not small either, so whatever. I try. Okay. And I don't like to let my bake for too long because I don't like that straight line. So I'm going to brush it off. And it's like straight right now, so I'm just going to blend it a little bit. I only bake just to clean it up a little bit, just so I don't look like I have too much contour on. Okay, and now that I have that done, I'm actually going to do the bottom lash line. I almost forgot that. I was about to highlight, do my lipstick, and then like be done. But I haven't done like anything else to my eyes. So I'm going to take the Ipsy brush. I'm going to take the smudging side this time. And I'm going to use the same little orangey palette that I've been using before. And I'm going to take that orange shade. I'm going to take a lot of it. And I am going to put it on my outer corner and up until like where my iris ends right here. And I am going to make this very dramatic because I feel when I do my makeup like this, like when I do like bold colors like this, I always feel like I'm like, oh my god, it's so dramatic. And I do so much to it. And then I take a picture with my fake lashes on and everything, and it looks like I have like this big of eyes. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe I didn't make it as dramatic as I thought I was. Oh, I hate when my eye waters. I always put stuff on my bottom lash line or on my waterline and it starts watering. And I'm like, no, because it like gets all over it. And then I can't blend anything out anymore and it sucks. So I'm just going to keep carefully blending it out and adding. I added more product every time I have gone into it, and I'm going pretty low. I usually don't go this low. Like you could see where it creases, like where my eye bags are. That's what I'm going for this time. I'm just gonna try to cover them. I don't usually go that far down because it looks like it's way too far down for me, but I'm gonna do it today because I want it to be smoky and dramatic as heck. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, and I'm going to take the end of it, the fluffy end of it, and I'm just going to like blend it out a little bit. And then I want the bottom to be a little bit more orange than red just because I want it to be different than the top. So I am going to take just a little bit of this red color and the orange color, and I'm going to put it only in the corner of the bottom lash line. And then blend it a little bit more. Okay, so now that I look crazy, they're actually kind of uneven, so I'm just gonna fix that a little bit. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to add some black eye pencil to my both of my water lines. I'm going to totally black them out right now. I always poke my eye, every time. Okay. I'm going to try to do my eyeliner off camera because whenever I do it on camera, it always comes out really bad because I think I'm nervous. So I'm going to go do that off camera and I will be right back again. Okay, so I did my eyeliner off camera. Not perfect, but it works for me. Okay. And so I'm just trying to make sure that everything looks even on my eyes, and it looks like it to me. So I'm going to do some mascara, and I'm going to use my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. It's just the orange one, and it comes in black. And I'm going to use this on my top and bottom lashes, but mostly on my bottom lashes because I am going to be wearing false eyelashes. So I'm just going to coat the top. Okay, and then I'm going to do the bottom. And the top and bottom again. I'm loving this right now. I'm loving it with my green eyes and everything. I think it looks so good. I've never done like something like this before. So I am pretty excited about it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and while I do, I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. And I'm going to be using this Revlon Skin Lights Face Illuminator in the shade 2, Bare Light. I don't even think that they sell this anymore. I don't know. My mom gave it to me probably a year ago, and I've been using this for a really long time, and it works so well. Like, this came out when, like, drugstore brands didn't do a whole lot of high-end stuff. So this is pretty impressive. It looks like this, and it comes like in a little pink thing, and you unscrew the top. And I don't want to like tip it over too much, but it looks like that, and it's just loose powder highlight, and it's really nice. It's really pretty on my skin, no matter like what shade I am, like if it's in the winter or in the summer or anything like that. It looks nice on every skin tone that I have, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it right on my cheekbones. I mean, look at that. That's so good. I love it. I can't even believe it. My mom gave it to me. She was like, I don't use this. Do you want it? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah. And so she gave it to me, and I tried it, and I was like, wow, I was impressed. And so yeah, I've been using this for a really long time now, and it comes with a lot of product in it too. I don't know exactly how much right now, but I will try to leave a link, or not a link, but I will try to leave it in the description box. Yeah, how, if they even do sell it anymore. But yeah, like look at that. That is blinding. I take it up my temples as well. Put some on my nose, just because I like to be extra highlighted always. Okay, and now that I'm done with that, I like to take, couldn't find it, I like to take a fluffy brush again, and I just like to kind of pat out my highlight because I don't want it to look patchy. And when I highlight, my highlight, okay, my cheekbones are so prominent that they tend to like go like this more, so if I put highlight, it goes to my under eye, and I don't know if you can see that, to like my under eye over here, so I just kind of like to pat it out so it doesn't go right there because I don't like it right there. Okay, and so I'm going to put my fake lashes on off camera, and then I'll come back to do my lipstick. Okay, so I have put my fake lashes on. I also put some more mascara on, and I'm going to put on some lipstick. Okay, so today I'm going to be using, this is literally almost gone. I bought this so long ago, like when it first came out. I'm going to be using the shade Serenity by Gerard Cosmetics. It was actually a collab with Manny MUA. And it's a really pretty color. I use this color for my prom and everything. And I'm literally almost out of it. I could see the inside of the bottle. But I'm going to be using it on my lips today for this look. And I'm just going to put it on. Okay, and I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm actually really impressed with this look. Like, it looks really good. I'm loving it a lot. Here, I'll do a close-up for you. I'm really impressed with it. Like, I keep looking at it, and then like with my eyes and everything, I think it looks really good. It would look really good with any type of eyes. Like, I wish I had brown eyes personally, and I think it would look pretty with that. It would look pretty with blue eyes. I think with my green eyes, it looks really nice. And so, yeah. So this is the entire look, you guys. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for voting on my Twitter to see which one I would actually be doing. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check me out on all my social media, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.